Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to A Better World with Adrienne. I am so grateful that you are here. This episode is a bit of a shorter form transmission based on something that will change your life forever in positive, infinite ways when you implement it relentlessly. Living your soul mission, living your divine assignment is not about big, grand, sweeping gestures. It's about a one-time decision that you protect and follow through with daily, relentlessly, in the quiet moments no one sees. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Two more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Loud silence is the medicine. Loud silence is the medicine. For 7 years, I have done digital detox every single week, sacred Saturday, at least 24 hours off technology. Um, and it is the most important thing I do for my own health, my connection to spirit, my connection to my soul. And even on days when I'm not doing digital detox, there is a loud silence that I'm being called to even more. And it's it's a deep calling from the truth of all of our souls right now because there is an onslaught of notifications. There's an onslaught of new technology. People are freaking out about AI, and there's FOMO about AI, and just blah, 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 blah. And think about it as if you were to sit down and like eat, and you just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and you're full, and you just keep eating and you keep eating and you keep eating, that's literally what's happening with information right now. That's literally what's happening with literally sounds. Like having times where there is silence, where you're not listening to a podcast. Even I'm literally sharing a podcast right now, and I'm telling you, you've got to have times where you're not listening. Do you turn on the TV just to not have silence? Do you automatically turn on a podcast or turn on music every time there is silence? Are you someone who stands in line at the store and when there's a wait, you immediately just scroll? There is a loud silence that is the medicine right now. You have got to, all of us have got to create space to metabolize what we are going through energetically, physically, and have unfuckwithable boundaries with what kind of information and energy gets to access us every single day, all day. And it's the medicine because silence is the medicine, and not just any kind of silence, but loud silence. I was really noticing just in my own process of like not wanting to listen to as many podcasts. So this, by the way, this is how you know you're going through a major awakening and you're entering a new level, is that what you used to do is like no longer cool to you anymore. Like you don't have resonate with it. It's like certain podcasts that I listened to for a really long time, I just like don't resonate with it. I'm like doubling down on like two things right now. And I'm just like, I'm more being called inward into like, what are the messages that I'm receiving from Creator, from my soul? What does my body need? What are the messages I'm receiving from Mother Earth? Like, am I, and there's this like loudness of information that happens in silence that you cannot get any other way. You're not going to get it going to a yoga class where someone's telling you, oh, sun salutation A, down dog, up dog, inhale, exhale. You're still receiving external input. Where in your life is there even one part of your life that you do with zero external input? It's going to feel loud. This is why meditation is so powerful. I taught meditation for years. I meditate every morning for an hour. It is one of my most potent, powerful practices. It is literally just the process of hanging out with yourself and gaining mastery of your inner landscape. Everybody talks about speak your truth, like blah, 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 just all about speaking. Even just like looking at the human body, we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. We've got to be listening twice as much as we're speaking. You can never speak your truth if you don't listen to the truth. And going to your phone and scrolling is not accessing the truth. Going to media and the news for updates on quote unquote what's happening is not accessing the truth, the deep ancient truth that you know in your body. A lot of people ask, how do I know if something is fear or my intuition? First of all, you will never, ever, ever even enter the game of discovering what that is for you because it's a unique, very personal, intimate process. You will never even be in a positioned in a way where you can identify that if you are not in silence. Silence is the medicine, and it's a loud, loud silence. There's so much information coming through right now. The focus has got to be on the light. There's an insane amount of life coming in. Do you have the vessel to receive it? Do you have the space to receive it? Do you have the location to receive it? Are you even willing to listen to potentially receive it? Or are you just constantly stuffing yourself with chaos and distraction? It is so important. And it's the medicine, it's medicinal, it's healing. Just like just like anytime there's an issue with technology, what's the tried and true thing? Did you try unplugging it and then plugging it back in? Most people, you might be one of them, you've never actually unplugged, like for real. And it's terrifying at first because you've got to relinquish your illusion of control. Where are you trying to control the circumstances in your life through avoiding your own inner world, your own discomfort, your own company? You know, anything you're doing to disassociate, anything you're doing to check out, and it's not about like not enjoying yourself. However, what I'm seeing across the board and what I'm noticing within myself is that I require, because of the energy hitting the planet right now, and whenever you're listening to this episode is absolutely perfect and divinely timed, is it's not just a want. It's not a nice to have. It's not, oh, she's lucky. It's a visceral human need. You've got to have silence. You've got to have time with Mother Earth. You've got to have time with your own thoughts and to reset your nervous system, which is a whole different topic. Um, Go listen to my episode, Why Breathwork Beats Therapy Every Time, if you want more on that. And I even notice in this, like, just in this transmission, is like I'm leaving more space between the words. And it feels really good because this is where the truth is. This is where the ancient knowing is. It's not about believing, it's about knowing. If you are not deeply in your body, if you are dissociating, if you are constantly going to external things to numb, to tap into some kind of illusion of stability or certainty. The only certainty that exists is the light of the Creator. The only certainty that exists is love. The only certainty that exists is the truth of your soul. Everything else is a lie. And so there are things in the external that can help us access that. However, what I see across the board right now is people, when was the last time you had a zero input day? What do I mean by that? Zero input, zero podcast, technology, advice from other people. Like, when was the last time you really got quiet with life? You must do that now. It's very important. This is the intimacy of the work we do together in New Earth Elite. Like, it's very high performance based, but, and not but, the key to high performance is sustainability and longevity and deep alchemical change from the root level. What most people avoid, we go right there. There literally was a study, and it was done with men, which is, most studies, especially like from more than 10 years ago, were done primarily with men. And it's just funny that I say that because most of my clients are high net worth men. And in this study, people were given the opportunity, like, oh, you can sit alone with your own thoughts for like 5 minutes, or you can get zapped by this thing. And the vast majority of people chose the electric shock rather than sitting with their own thoughts for 5 minutes. That is disturbing. You are the only one from birth till death. You are the love of your life. You're hanging out with you every single day, all day. That should be the number one priority in your life. Loud silence is the medicine. It's medicinal, it's healing. You've got to just unplug and let the medicine work. It takes courage. It takes courage in a world that tells you, oh my God, you're going to miss all the opportunities. You're going to miss this. You're going to miss that. Oh my God, I can't turn my phone off. Like, it must be nice for you that you can turn your phone off, or it must be nice for you that you have that lifestyle. And it's like, I did and continue to do, and my clients do and continue to do what most people don't have the balls to do. The opposite of what others want. Here's the thing. Most people, especially people who benefit off and extract off you not having boundaries, they're not going to like it. The correct people will respect it, though. Loud silence is the medicine. That's today's episode. That's this short form. Um, Share this with someone you love who could really use this message. If you feel called to go deep into this work with me, there are two ways that you can do so right now. One-on-one Lux mentorship. This is where you and I work together one-on-one. It is very high proximity. It is a luxury. It is focused on healing knowledge and skill from the ancient codes for you to 100x your soul mission. And I am enrolling the spaces for the Greece Atlantis 8-8 Lionsgate New Earth activation in August. You are going to be in loud silence in Greece. Ancient alchemical sacred pilgrimage, DNA shift silence with your soul. You've got to unplug from the matrix and plug into source. Anything you've plugged into as a source of energy that's not creator, it's all a lie and it's hurting you. It's hurting all of us because we are one. Loud silence. I challenge you into loud silence as the medicine. If you feel called to work with me, the link to apply for one-on-one Lux and Greece Atlantis is in the show notes. I can't wait to hear from you, receive your application, and invite you in if we are a fit. And I love you. Go out there, be the change, be the light, be the real you, make a stranger smile. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.